It's $24,089.11. Now, as I mention every month, I usually just round it off, but I'm going to give you the exact amount of that SOAN account. Some of the money is from the movie companies that we have agreed to use with the Chamber of Commerce on something with City Island Beautification Project. The current amount we have for that is, where can I get this? It's $13,605.04. The reason for the odd amount is the year before, this Christmas before last, we used $2,994.06 for the Christmas lights. So I bring that up because doing that was money well spent, because this past Christmas, the Chamber went around and got the businesses to donate the money. So all the lights you saw this year, which was a lot more than last year, they were inspired by what we did.
Thank you goes to Louise and Skip.
Right, that was a
They
joint, yes,
helped that.
Louise and Skip did that. So, we're going to have a presentation later on the Gateway project. What I'm going to suggest is, since this is an agreement between the Civic and the Chamber, is that movie money, if we find a suitable thing to go in with the Gateway project, that we use that for something on the Gateway project. And that's the $13,605.94. That's where we have to meet and come up with something, and then all you guys get to vote and the Chamber gets to vote and all that. So that's the end of my report.
All right, folks, so welcome. I see a lot of old faces. I see a lot of new faces. It's so great to see you here for the new year. A couple of quick announcements before we get the ball rolling. We have some new board members, committee members, and if they're here, I would just like to introduce them real quick. And we have a new officer. So if our board members could stand up. Everybody. Kathy Sweat, Kathy Seebeck, we have all the board members in the house, and we'll be doing a little introduction. If you could just say your name and what block you're from, so everybody knows.
Helen Anderson, Schofield Street.
Thank you, Helen.
Jen Protzman, Tier Street.
Dee Dee Simmons, Carroll Street.
In the Autopilot Street, Maria Kenny, Private Street, Kathy Seebeck, Winter Street.
Kathy Sweat, Winter Street.
Folks, these are the folks. Oh, my neighbor. My neighbor.
Hoffman, King Avenue.
Little known fact: her father started the Civic Association 60 years ago. So these are the folks that do the endless work. Real quick introduction. I'm going to have her say a couple of words. She's our new officer. Maggie, everyone.
Thank you for trusting me to fill in.
You got the microphone.
I don't need it. Thank you for trusting me to fill in, because I know I have a lot to learn from all of you. Before I say a few things about me, I want to say, because Bill asked me to liaise with the 46th.
Oh, that's later.
Oh, later?
Do that later, yeah.
All right, so I'm Maggie Higgins. My husband Tommy and I are both retired from the NYPD. City Island's been our home for the past 15 plus years. We're members of St. Mary's Church. I recently debuted as a lector there. We'll see how that works out for me. We also volunteer teaching their 4th grade CCD, and we're on our 2nd year there, and I gotta say that it really is in giving that we receive, because I cannot tell you how many times I'm walking down the avenue and I hear, Mrs. Higgins! and it's one of my kids, and I just love all my kids. Let's see, I'm in the membership committee of the Garden Club. I don't have to tell anybody in this room the many good works the Garden Club does throughout our island. Of course, I'm in the Legion of our beloved. I'm in the Ladies of Delivery of our beloved Legion. In fact, it was Mr. Clancy Sr. himself who got me to join. And I remember one time he came up to me and told me, "You're gonna like it here." Well, like Mr. Clancy, I see many of you in here that have this selfless devotion to City Island, and I just want to tell everybody that the reason I accept the position is to collaborate in doing good things for our island for no other reason than it's the right thing to do. And guess what? I like it here. Maggie
is a phenomenal addition to to our board, to us as an officer, as are all the board members. They volunteer their time on their dime, and they do thankless work, and I thank them officially. And guess just in time, we have some pizza. If you could bring it back, don't worry, I'm paying for it. The City Island Civic isn't paying for it, my friend. If you could bring those over here. We're gonna have a little pizza party. It's the first time, everybody's back. And we're gonna move forward. We're gonna hold questions for now. And we're gonna move with, Matt? I feel like I'm in a play. Matt Cruz, everyone, big hand for Matt Cruz. District Manager of Community Board of Health.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Matthew Cruz. I'm the District Manager of Ward 10. I always ask this question of every civic that I attend because it's important to me. Does everyone know, can someone list all 3 board members from City Island on Community Board 10? No, that's a problem. Well, all right.
Peter Cantillo.
Someone said the answer. All 3. Peter Cantillo, stand up.
Yay.
As you guys know, Maria Caruso. And my next question, this is probably the basis of what I want to discuss tonight, very briefly, because we have a heavy agenda, is what do community boards do? And this is, think about this question, because the answer is actually very simple. What do we do on a daily basis? What are we supposed to do is a better question, but what do we do every day? Read emails, right. That's one, she's right.
Approved liquor licenses.
That's 2. Good, you try. That was the answer I was looking for. And she was the first person out of every civic I asked for that answer. The answer is that we do what you guys ask us or tell us to do. I'm supposed to take back what you guys want and desire within reason. I can't give you guys a parking lot out of thin air. But I give what you guys want or ask of me to the board members so they make their own informed decisions when a vote is required. But she is the only one, Ms. Seebeck, to answer that question correctly. Community boards do and are chartered to do what you guys want. Now I have a perfect example of the miscommunication between us and perhaps the Civic Association. I saw, maybe early this winter, a petition for an Orchard Beach stop for the ferry service. No one in this room, including my own board members, told me of the petition. Those are things the community board can advocate for. Every year we are asked, what is our wish list? And no one told me, well, Orchard Beach is a ferry service, ferry service stop that we can recommend to the city. But those are things we need to know. That's why I'm here tonight. Because this civic, and I don't mean to say this in a derogatory way, this is the smallest civic I have. It's like several thousand people on City Island. So if we don't get this right here, it does not bode well for the larger neighborhoods like Pelham Bay and Throgs Neck. So the communication has to exist. When there are ideas that you guys want, it's preferable that you guys come to a committee meeting and give us those ideas. Because at that point, we can then in writing to the city, this is what we want on behalf of City Island. So it's important that we hammer down that idea, that notion, that the community board responds to what you guys want. We don't make any decisions in isolation. It's impossible to. Every meeting we have is in public. So you see us debate, argue, love each other, argue some more, and then come to a resolution. But we need you guys to attend as many committee meetings as possible. Now I'm doing my best to update the website so that everyone knows when they are. But truthfully, we don't have many City Island topics on our agendas. So if there are ideas that we want to discuss, projects that we want to see go forward, things that I can, with the board, bring to our elected officials, it doesn't happen at the full board where we vote. Those are fait accompli. It happens at the committee levels. So please ask Maria Caruso, Peter Cantillo, Tom Smith, of ideas you guys want to see the board implement, and not just implement, but advocate for. Because community boards are community advocates. They're volunteers, so they're there for the right reasons, and it's important that we use them to the best of our ability. And it's important, and this is another thing that I love about civics, is that what I say now in tonight's meeting, you bring back to your neighbor who's not here. Because they should know as well that the community board office is open not just 9 to 5. My phone is on me all day. So there are ideas, questions, concerns I need to know of for the board members to understand, and they make their own informed decisions. It happens by us, word of mouth, not computers, not texting. We have to let people know, word of mouth, that this office, this agency, this small agency, the smallest agency of the city of New York, is open 24/7 because our minds are framed that way, that we always have a new idea to implement or want to see come into fruition. So I'll leave you with that. I'm not going to take any complaints or concerns. I do that all day. So now I'm on my time because I want to spend, here's some of the projects that you guys are concerned about, which is the Con Edison. I think there's a Gateway project I've been hearing about. Those are things, like the Gateway project, that should come before the community board at some point. Right? We're nodding our heads? We don't make decisions in isolation. We should tell the community board, and vice versa. The community board should tell them of some grandiose idea that we had. It's important that we keep communication going because it stopped. And I'm here tonight to reinforce that this civic is the most important. It is the smallest we have. So if it doesn't go well, if we don't stick together, if we don't unite, it does not bode well for any other civic in this community district. It only makes our jobs, Maria Caruso and Tom Smith and Peter Cantillo, it only makes their jobs harder because they're voting without your opinion. And that's important for us to understand. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, folks, right before we get the Con Ed folks, want everybody to come up, get some pizza and soda, and then we'll dine while you guys present. Okay, you guys come up too. You guys can get in on that pizza. Come on, don't be shy. Don't be shy.
Bill?
Say Jerry. My friends live there.
That's because I thought I didn't know.